Greetings and a good evening. Today we will talk about some behind the scenes stuff for our The Bazaar video. We will cover making the song, the thought process, making the video itself and also the tutorials I used to do so. Welcome to the Atarangi and let's get going. I know this channel is usually about 3D stuff, but let's quickly indulge in some talk about music. I wanted to make a ragtime song, so I made the chords first. Those sound like, well, they've been playing in the video so far, but here's what they look like. I believe they are called split chords, but don't quote me on that. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the melody working. It's called a syncopated melody, so I decided to just do some weird stuff and I ended up making the song that's in the video. Let's play that and leave it there. If you want more details about the music making in future videos like this, let me know that in the comments. All my songs in this album are meant to be location based, and for this one I decided it sounds like a big, crowded, dense desert market, so I called the song The Bazaar. If you look at the video though, you can see that that's not really the video I ended up making. Now that's for a simple reason. I have no idea how to make that video. And that's fine, let's go over why. In a crowded market you need a whole lot of props. I don't have a lot of props. I've been making some progressively, but I didn't want to make that many for one video. I would have needed fabrics, which I haven't done yet. I needed the crowd itself, which the problem with that is I haven't even successfully animated a single character yet. And the lighting scenario, it's a bit complex in thin crowded market streets with like sheets of fabric blocking light and all that kind of stuff. All that's a bit much to learn for one project. You might ask, why not wait till you can do all those things to make the project? Well, the problem with that is, I've got ideas like that for pretty much every project I want to work on. And I would just never end up putting anything out there, because I'm just waiting and improving extremely slowly. The output to the channel is what motivates me to actually get things done, so if I was just improving and not putting it out there, I would slow down significantly. So I simplified this project to having no characters and to just a small desert town. You need to keep your plans realistic. Don't wait till you're good enough to make your dream project, because you'll never feel like you're good enough. And guess what? It's your project. You can always just come back and do it again, the proper way. That being said, let's go over what I did to make the video. So first, I made these two buildings. I won't tell you how I did it, because I did it in a very bad way. I had to fix a lot of double edges, double faces, inside out faces, all that kind of stuff. We will cover buildings properly in its own video in the future. Okay? So that gave me two buildings. The cube and the long boy with the stairs. All of the other buildings in the scene are just combinations of these two buildings.
But Klaus, what about the towers?
We'll get there when we get there. Next up I made this simple table. Then I made the ground to put the tables on. I used the baked image texture of the sand from this tutorial, and I used the tiling tricks I described in this video. I used the planks from this tutorial to make this thing here. The pile of planks and the building roof supports are also the same planks. I tried to add some fabrics to this part here. It's an AI generated texture, and I used a wave modifier with some wave painting to keep the corner still. The result? It exists. I'll have to research fabrics more in the future. Next, let's have a look at the props that are being sold in this here market. Let's just go through the market in order. The first stand here, they sell fruit. I made and textured them by following this tutorial by RenderMore. Next there's these radishes here. There's no tutorial for these, because I made these myself. I just stretched UV sphere, which I hand painted some textures on. The leaves are just images as planes of some leaves that I made in GIMP. The baskets here, also by RenderMore, are from this tutorial. we'll be seeing a lot of these, so we'll get back to them. Then here at the next stand we have these vases by Retroscaper. You can use this tutorial to get those. The towers I also made with this vase generator. They're just way scaled up. I added the roof beams on top and I just inset for the light parts. I used a modified version of the vase texture from this tutorial for all of the building textures. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I added this little oasis to an empty part of the set. And after that, we get to the largest stand. Here you really see how adaptable the baskets are. Just look at this. Actually, bring in a vase and do the same thing. Next up, some fabrics. Don't copy these, I didn't do a good job at them. After that, some Grand Abbot mushrooms and also some paintings. I used the painting texture from this video by Joey Gralino and the frames are from this tutorial. I forgot to mention the view bobbing in the music video. That's done with the bake sounds to F curves. Let me know any questions you might have in the comments and we'll see you next time. Next lesson. I'm gonna move this. Next lesson. The letter T does not exist. Next. The letter T, Klaus!